The sea is strong and mysterious. So much happens under the seeming calm. This seemingly quiet seaside town has had a long history with the sea. The depths, the life within, the storms, the still before the storm. Ratnagiri knows the sea a little too well and is stronger for it. The Ratnagiri Jets know the heft it carries in its name, the strength and fortitude the team must live up to. Building a team is like raising a child. It truly takes a village. You build for strength of character, but do it with love. You try to instill discipline, but you want them to enjoy the little things in life too. And hope it all really works out in the end.
हम लोग का सिंपल एक ही प्लान था कि ऑलराउंडर्स ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पिक करेंगे, एक कैटेगरी के प्लेयर्स ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा पिक करेंगे और उनके अराउंड टीम बनेंगे, जो कि हम लोग ने जो प्लान्स किया था 90% उसके ऊपर वैसा ही हमको टीम मिला.
We've always believed that we needed a very sound base of all-rounders. So I think our prep for the first auction was very thorough. We had prepped for whatever little time we had prepped very hard.
We entered season 1 with a lot of quiet confidence. Solid Maharashtra Ranji players in our ranks. But most of all, we had the backing of our wonderful owners and sponsors.
You know, we've all heard that cricket is a religion in India. You know, it's with that same feeling of religious fervor that as Jet Synthesis we said, you know, we got to jump in and do something in the sport that's different. And you know, with the Maharashtra Premier League about to kick off, we have a great opportunity to create history. You know, as we say, Ata Itihas Gadel.
We had a brilliant first season. We had wins, we lost too. We gelled together off the field, and on it were absolute fighters. And we won the first season, the champions of the first season of Maharashtra Premier League. No stars, but stars in their own right. The first of many seasons. The fairy tale end to a story for the ages.
So when we started doing our research for building the team, a lot of reliable sources had told us that Azim is probably the best T20 player at that point in the state. So we took that call, took him into the team. Ultimately, he did become captain of the team as well. And having clinched the tournament in the first year itself, definitely seems to have been the right decision to have been made. The one loss that we had in the season, along with the many wins, his behavior and temperament remained the same through the tournament. And I think that is what stands out for him, his ability to take the team and come what may, they maintain the same atmosphere and spirit on and off the field. I think that worked out really well for us. So well done, Azim.
Speaking about Azim, he was our icon player. So we initially sat down with him to finalize the team. We all had our visions put on the table. We had our thoughts about what kind of a team we want. When we sat down, we understood that we kind of share the same thought processes. He's also an all-rounder, so that makes him somebody who understands the game 3 times. And also a lot of experience that he brings to the table. So he was a choice that came very naturally.
Amidst the celebration, euphoria, and the by now well-entrenched pride in the Ratnagiri Jets, we knew that this champion team needed an ecosystem where more champions are groomed. Age group cricket was initiated when no other franchise was trying to create an ecosystem of their own. We think long-term, always. We called it the Jets Club. Under 14, 16, 19, 23, to shape and sharpen the youngest and brightest talents of Maharashtra. Proper trials to pick the best. Club facilities, coaches, equipment, practice facilities, mental conditioning, gym facilities, tournament exposure. We decided to do it and do a super job at it.
We realized that there's so much more that we have to give back to the sport if we really want it to grow. And Maharashtra, not only in Maharashtra, but the vision for our Jets Club is to go national as well as go international and not restricted to only cricket, to other sports as well.
We were the first franchise that paid its players to play for them in all non-MPL matches as well. They were groomed, they were given a safe space to express themselves, and they were made well aware of the pride of belonging to a champion franchise. We also teamed up with Gadre Cricket Academy based in Ratnagiri to give grassroots cricketers in Ratnagiri the best facilities. We knew something wonderful was being built, and as always, anything built to last is built, brick by brick, day by day. And in no time, Season 2 of MPL was upon us. But having won it the first time, we had the quiet confidence that champion teams are built with structures, processes and belief that we can do it again and again. You know the ones who said beginner's luck? Prove them wrong too along the way. It's another story that only a handful of sporting teams have won the first 2 seasons of their league consecutively. We were the favorites this time, but we didn't behave like one. We began from zero all over again. And to everyone else's shock and envy, we did it again. Flukes? Definitely not. 100% champions, twice over. And not just the men's team, but our age group teams had been busy collecting trophies too. The under-16 team won the One Day Cup. The under-14 team won the Mavericks Test Championship. Our senior team were runners-up in the MCA Corporate Shield. They also made it to the top 4 of Maharashtra Champions Trophy. Winning and losing is part of the game, but the sheer pride of being selected to represent the Jets family, the force of support all around you, the push and motivation to live up to the glorious standards set across the Jets ecosystem. All of it adds up to the winning attitude and clear results of the Jets family.
We don't have any one big player. We have an entire team of warriors who come together. There are days we've defended 135. There are days we've chased 190. So it all comes down to knowing that we can win regardless of one thing failing. And it's also a very strong mentality that these boys have. Last year we had a string of losses. We had, I think, 4 or 5 losses in a row. Things look bad and then suddenly they bounce back and they get all the games. And you know, it's that whole fire that these boys show when they're with each other that makes them true champions.
The journey has just begun. We have created bonds that will stand the test of time. We have stood by each other in the ups and downs. In the process, we forged our tough-as-nails character. We have already created milestones. But we have charted our path to the stars. We are the Jets, after all.